The Mutual Broadcasting System presents Top Secrets of the FBI. From the files of the FBI. The dramatic highlights in the fight against crime by the most efficient, the most scientific law enforcement organization in the world, based on actual cases. Tonight's case, the Best Pocket Broadcasting Station. Reported by Melvin Purvis, former ace agent of the FBI, and the man who got Dillinger. Melvin Purvis.
The case of the West Pocket Broadcasting Station was one of the most interesting and unusual cases in modern scientific crime busting. But it wasn't so because of the crime. That was old stuff. Or because of the criminals. They were smart with old stuff, too. It was interesting and unusual because of the way the crime-busting scientists of the FBI cracked this case. We start about 8 months ago. It's close to 1 o'clock in the morning, and along a deserted section of the New Jersey coast. The fog is coming in so thick you can almost bite it. At a given, carefully selected point, 2 men walk back and forth along the rocky shore. They've been walking that way for some time, and they are not happy.
Boy, what a night. What do you want me to do about it? Blow it away?
Okay, Tony. You don't have to get sore.
I'm sick and tired of hearing you gripe about the weather.
What else we got to talk about?
Why talk?
Natural. Got a match?
No smoking now. I told you that before.
Who's going to see me in this bar?
You dumb cluck. Why, Steve Martin sends me out with a guy
I'm
like
hungry
you.
for smoke, that's all.
Well, forget it.
Sure, you got the matches. Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Think them guys will get here tonight?
Steve Martin said they would.
They're an hour late.
You want to go back to New York?
Oh, without the stuff?
Then shut up.
Suppose...
Oh, for the love of Mike.
Now, listen, Tony, we got to figure. Now, what'd happen if we walked back into Steve's apartment with nothing?
We learned to play the harp.
Gee, wouldn't be our fault, neither. Those guys could have got picked up by the Coast Guard.
What?
You know, a motorboat on the ocean on a night like this.
Look, Al, you want to do me a favor?
Sure.
Shut up.
Now, listen, Tony.
Shut up. Suppose.
Huh? Maybe it's them, huh?
Maybe. Come on. Let's get behind that rock. Just in case it ain't our guys.
You mean?
Yeah.
That's it, Tony, the signal.
Wait a minute. Okay, Al, they're coming ashore. We'll be on our way back to New York in a couple of minutes.
Yes?
Hello, Martin?
Tony?
Yeah, let me talk to the boss.
Just a minute. For you, Steve.
It's about time.
Go ahead, Tony.
We just drove into New York with the stuff, boss.
What took you so long?
The boat didn't show up till after 1 o'clock. There was fog.
How much did you get?
150, Steve.
What?
I told him what you said, 200 or better, but they couldn't.
Get here right away.
Well, Steve, how much?
150, Mona.
Not bad. We're still in business.
Those punks could let me have what I asked for. What's another 50?
Steve, the things you get excited about.
I'm sick of being small time.
You got a shipment, didn't you? Be satisfied. 150 times 200 is still 30,000.
Half that dough is mine.
I pay for the stuff on the line.
That leaves 15. Profit.
What about my expenses?
Stop complaining. You've been clearing $100,000 a year out of this racket. What more do you want?
There are guys mopping up millions.
Sure. But what happens to them?
Huh?
They get too big. And then guys with handcuffs go after them.
They'll never get me.
You're too smart.
Yeah.
Well, let me rattle off the names of all the big shots in prison.
You're forgetting something. The cops know all about me now, but they can't touch me.
That's because you can cover up. You're not too big.
They'll never be able to touch me.
What are you going to do?
I'm calling the Pole in South America for more stuff.
Thanks for listening to me, darling. I'll see you in the slaughterhouse.
What's that?
The slaughterhouse, Steve, where all the juicy pigs wind up.
Are you calling me a pig?
Stick with those ideas, and before long, I'll be calling you pork chop.
Well, you jerk.
Honey, you wouldn't slap the face you kissed 1,000 times, would you? No, you're so loyal.
I don't get you, Mona. What have you got against making more dough?
Nothing. If it's only dough you want.
What else?
Power.
What's wrong with that?
The result? How would you like to make more money without taking chances?
Huh?
And with no more investment than you've got now?
What's this? A new angle?
No, an idea. Sit down, honey child, and listen. And when I'm through talking, you'll want to kiss the face you were ready to slap.
That was the beginning of an underworld business conference, a sort of meeting of the board of directors. And when the board adjourned, the price of the product was up from $200 an ounce to a point slightly above the clouds. Inflation. But things were moving up somewhere else, too, in the New York field headquarters of the FBI. Several weeks after the above-mentioned board meeting, the district attorney of New York County came in to see the man in charge of the field office. Let's call him Smith, for reasons of security. After the DA left, Smith was for, we'll call this fella Jones, Special Agent Jones. The same reasons of security.
What's up, Chief? Another assignment, Jones. Come in.
Sure. The district attorney?
Yeah.
I was ready to bet on it. He looked worried when he came out of here.
He's got plenty of reason to be worried. There's a narcotics ring operating right in the middle of town. Heroin.
Oh? Anybody we know?
Not yet. But from what the DA told me, they're a very smart bunch.
They usually are, Smith, until the wagon pulls up.
It's not going to be that easy, Jones. The police know every member of this gang from the top dog down.
Oh?
But they haven't been able to make an arrest. Every time a detective's been put on their trail, he's been spotted.
How do you account for that?
I don't. Except maybe...
An inside line to what the police department's thinking?
Yes. I'm sure it's nobody in the department itself.
I hope not.
I got a hunch it's some crooked politician who knows how to get information without paying for it.
Yeah. What's the DA say about that?
He's checking. But we're not waiting for the report. Yeah. Take a look at these pictures.
Rogue gallery, huh?
The DA brought them over. They're duplicates. That one you're looking at now is Tony Spar. Record 6 arrests, 2 convictions, 1 suspended sentence. The other one's Al Nash's. Record 3 arrests, 1 conviction.
Where'd you get that broken nose?
Used to be a prize fighter.
Are these the boys running the show?
No. These characters and about 14 others work for Steve Martin.
Martin. What's he look like?
No picture.
Oh? He knows how to duck.
Maybe. But we'll know for sure when you met the gentleman face to face.
Anytime you say, Smith.
And the lady.
Oh? Picture?
Here.
Too bad she isn't.
Isn't what, Bill?
A lady, Mr. Smith.
Her name's Mona Manchester. Record 1 arrest, 1 conviction, sentence suspended. You got a reputation for being very clever.
All right, what's the plan of attack?
Tony Spar and Al Nash's hang out in the pool room on 9th Avenue, evenings after 9 o'clock. Establish contact with him, but take it easy. Tony's a tough customer, hard as rock.
What about Al Natchez?
He's all muscles, but he's not too bright. And according to the DA, he's got a well of tears for anybody in trouble.
That's good. How do I make them flow?
I'll tell you exactly how to do it, Jim. Maybe if we're lucky, you'll go swimming in that river right to Steve Martin's door.
A 9-ball in the corner, Tony.
Okay, by me.
Ah!
You made it, you lucky.
Yeah. And it got the belly off it. That was a nice shot, mister.
Huh? Who asked you, buddy?
Sorry, I was eating you, Tony. Can't a guy pay me a cop?
I don't want no kibitzes in my game. If he wants to watch, let him, but with his trap shut.
What a guy.
He's shooting now.
Go ball inside pocket.
Hey, Tony,
Yeah?
telephone.
Okay. Hold the game out. I'll be right back.
Gee, what a guy. Don't mind him, buddy. He's a sore loser. I wasn't intending to start an argument, Al. Yeah, you see somebody made a good shot, and that's what you want. Hey, how'd you know my name?
I heard Tony.
Oh, sure. Well, if you stick around, maybe after I trim the slug of me and you'll play a cheap game, huh? $10? I don't play out. You broke? Oh, no, I got money. Okay, I'll spot you 15 points. No. 20 points. I can't, Alan. It's not the $10. Here, you can take for yourself. Hey. What, it's some what? $400. I got loads more in the bank. My nerves are shot. I can't concentrate. What's the matter with you? I got banged up by a truck a couple of years ago. I just got out of the hospital. Oh, gee. 2 years on my back with a busted head and busted legs. And all kinds of rips and tears inside. They had to feed me drugs to keep the pain from driving me nuts. Gee, what can happen to a guy? It's all right while I was in the hospital. I got the stuff every day. Every day until I got used to it. And they sent me home. They did me a big favor and sent me home. Hey, you gotta take it easy now, pal. The trucking company did me a big favor, too. Settlement of $50,000. I was gonna sue him for 100. You mean you got 50 grand for that accident? Yeah. What's the use of going to court and using up a lot of time? Sure. So I got the money. What's the good of it? The thing I need most, the one thing I... I'm sorry, Al. What for? Oh, me telling you about my trouble. I don't even know you. When you're alone and you got no friends. What's your name? Jones. Where do you live? Park Hotel. It's a fancy place. Well, why shouldn't I live in a fancy place? I got money. Okay. Don't get mad at me. Oh, that's the way I've been since I got out of the hospital. Jumping all the time. If I can only get some of it. How's the guy go about it? How? Why ask me? I'm asking a lot of people. The bellhops at the hotel, one of them told me about the pool room, some of the pool rooms in this neighborhood. Yeah? He said peddlers hang out in them, but he didn't know what he was talking about. I've been to all of them. Sure. Stick around, Mike. I want you to give Tony the whole story, just like you told it to me. Oh, what good will that do? What's the matter with you, bud? You're so dumb you don't even catch on to an idea. Huh? Gee, you are dumb, all right. What a guy. Well, it's 5 after 12.
Yeah.
Tony was sure he'd call me by 11:30.
Yeah, just have to sweat it out, Jones. I'm beginning to wonder.
Huh? What about?
By phoning him at the pool room.
It got him away from Al, Chief.
Yes, but did that bad connection business fool him?
I think it did. He was ready for murder when he came out of that booth.
It wasn't an act?
Well, he almost had a fight with the owner of the place. Told him to take his lousy phone, and Al had to use all his muscles to get Tony away from the man. Then the three of us went to a bar, a few drinks, and Tony was listening.
I hope.
You better get in the closet, Tony.
Find out who it is.
All right. Who's there?
Well, officer.
It's Mason. Open up, Jones. Yes?
Butterfly, Mr. Jones. Came by messenger.
Oh, thanks.
Here you are. Buy yourself a new shoe shine.
Thank you, sir.
Well, let's find out, huh?
That may be it, Jones.
Yeah, it is. The Midtown Hospital. Man phoned at 11:35 and asked about me.
No name, of course.
Naturally. The floor nurse told him I was discharged 8 days ago.
We're in, Jones. Tony and Al have taken your case to Steve Morton. He checked you at the hospital. Now, answer it quick. You're supposed to be sitting on it. Hello.
All right, Jones.
Yes, who's this?
Tony Spart.
Tony, I thought you weren't going to call.
Be on Riverside Drive at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Tomorrow. Why do I have to wait?
Because that's how the boss wants it.
All right, 10 o'clock. We're on Riverside Drive.
110th Street. Pick a bench. Nobody's sitting on it.
Yes, anything you say.
If there ain't no such bench, then you'll stand away from people. You get it?
Of course. Will you bring the stuff?
Maybe.
What about money? How much? Hello? He hung up, Smith.
Those birds don't take any chances. They'll tell you how much tomorrow after you've been sized up by an expert.
And don't think I won't be listening.
And don't think I won't. I'll be parked in a truck about 3 blocks away, taking it all down.
The truck, yes. An ordinary long-distance moving van, completely enclosed. But inside...
Testing, Chief. You ready to start at 0, right? Give me a level. Okay, perfect. That's it.
That was it. Inside the truck, a completely equipped radio receiving station with timetables for recording a rendezvous 3 blocks away or a mile away, if it had to be. And the broadcasting station, well, that was in Jones's vest pocket. A disc no bigger than a quarter, but complete down to a fine point. And in the lining of Jones's vest, a wire that ran from the pocket to the top button of his vest. Yes, that top button was the microphone, but nobody would guess it in a million years. It looked just like the other 5 buttons. Smith and company were all set up in the truck. The equipment was in motion and ready for action. 3 blocks away, at 110th Street and the Drive, Jones was sitting on a bench. It was a pretty nasty morning, raw and chilly, and the street was practically deserted. Then, at exactly 20 minutes past 10...
Hello. Mind if I sit down?
What do you want?
Thanks. I thought you might want company.
No, I'm waiting for somebody. Go away, will you?
Think it's going to rain?
I don't know, and I don't care. But if you're going to sit on this bench...
Just a minute. You don't have to run away from me.
Now go, my arm.
Sit down. I'm only trying to be sociable.
Let go of my arm.
Boy, are you wild in the eyes. What are you looking around for?
None of your business.
Nobody looks like that when he's expecting someone he wants to see. You've got terror in your face.
You have too. He was supposed to be here at 10 o'clock. It's almost 10:30.
He's not coming, Maury.
He's got to. He knows what I'm... You know my name.
I know a lot about you, Cokie. Sit down and tell me all about your accident.
You came from Tony. You brought the stuff.
No.
No. Good grief, what are you trying to do to me?
Stop screaming, sugar. You'll start a riot.
Why can I have it? Let's go.
Come on now. You don't have to get excited. Mona's got such a big heart.
Please, if you've got it, give it to me. I don't know how much money you want, but we'll get a cab and I'll take it out of my bank. Any amount you say.
You're really hungry, aren't you?
Any amount you say.
Okay, the stuff costs $500 an ounce. You've got to buy 5 ounces.
How much is that altogether?
$2,500.
25. 500 times 5.
What else?
500 times 5 is 25. It's a lot of money.
You can always back out if you want to. We don't get mad.
This rate, I'll be broke in no time.
You don't worry about the future now?
But I didn't think it was so expensive.
Listen, honey, it's cold out here. Do you want the stuff? Do you or don't you?
Yes, I want it. Come on, let's go to the bank.
Go ahead, Maury. Around here we don't have any rules of etiquette. Here he is, Steve. Man who's looking for paradise.
Hiya, Maury.
Oh, well, hello, Tony.
Yeah. Come here, Jones. Stop trembling, huh? They're going to hit you.
Where is the stuff?
Right there on the table. And that $10. Here, put it down.
What?
Down, Jones. Back on the table.
But it's mine.
I told you he was a dumb guy, boss. He don't know nothing.
Okay, Al, when I want to hear
Sure,
things.
sure. Why can't I take it? It's mine.
For $2,500, Jones.
Oh. Oh, the money. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you forgot all about it, didn't you?
I'm sorry, Steve. Here. 25 $100 bills.
Mm-hmm. Did you count them, Mona?
I thought you might like to do that, honey.
Did you go to the bank with him?
Only as far as the front door.
Why didn't you go inside?
Discretion, dear.
Why, you... Here, check this dough.
Good money, Steve. The teller gave it to me.
Shut up, Jones. Go on, Mona.
All right. I don't mind.
And take it good.
I'll use the microscope.
Microscope.
That's what she said, pal. You've got one in the other room that never lies.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. Look, phone the bank and ask them if I withdrew $2,500. The teller at the third window from the door.
Relax, Jones. Your dough's okay.
Then why don't you let me take that stuff and go home?
Just want to be sure, that's all. I learned a few lessons before I bought that microscope. Some wise guys handed me phony bills.
Yeah, but
and the bank threw them right back at me. I was stuck.
Give me a break. Pinch of that stuff, just a pinch.
You can have the whole box.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Steve.
After your dough's been approved.
Good Lord, what do you...
Steve,
Yeah?
you better start thinking of how to get rid of that guy.
Huh?
He's been kidding us. He's not a hop.
What do you mean?
Those bills he gave us.
Phony?
They're marked.
What's that?
He's given us marked money, Steve. I checked a few of the bills. There's something on each one.
Where?
Right in the picture. In one of the eyes.
Uh-huh. Well, Jones,
Impossible. I got that money from the bank.
Mona knows what she's talking about. She's checked a lot of $100 bills.
Look, do me a favor. Will you phone the
Al.
bank?
Thing. What?
No!
That means shut up, Jones. Say, Tony. Yeah? Don't use that gun in here.
Why not? It's a 30
I don't want the neighbors to complain. Now, put your hands up, Mr. Jones. Al's going to frisk you.
He ain't loaded, boy.
That's good. Now, take everything out of his pockets.
Okay, I'll hand it to Mona. She can check.
I don't know why you're doing this to me.
Still kidding, aren't you? All right. What's your racket, mister? Tony. Yeah? Break his nose with that gun. It'll be a pleasure. Wait a minute. Listen, Jones, or whatever your name is. There are two ways of dying. Peaceful and in agony. Now, take your choice.
Steve, I checked everything in his jacket. Nail file, cigarettes, and a wallet. With $400 in cash.
Keep the 400. Al, dig into his other pockets, pants and vest.
I was just going to, boy.
Well, Jones, have you made up your mind? Okay, Tony. Right across the nose.
Don't move any of you.
Tony.
Stay put, you.
He's my pal.
He'll be all right. Next time he won't shoot without counting up to 10. Hello, Jones.
I'm glad to see you, Smith.
I'll bet. Racketeers with a microscope. What next? Take him away, boy.
Yes, a Vest Pocket Broadcasting station did that. But if anybody thinks he can find it just by pulling at the top button of a vest, here's something for the memory book. The gimmick can be anywhere. So can the agent of the FBI. And what's more, he can be anybody. Steve, Mona, and all the runts in their gang were sent away for a long time. No more directors' meeting for them. And the crooked politician, well, he's not political anymore. He's learning to make shoes in one of the federal prisons.
The report you've just received was based on an actual case from the files of the FBI. However, the names of all characters used were fictitious, and any resemblance to the names of people, living or dead, was entirely coincidental. Top Secrets of the FBI are dramatized by Stedman Cole, produced and directed by Roger Bauer. The music was composed and conducted by Sylvan Levin. In tonight's cast, you heard former agent of the FBI, Melvin Purvis. Smith was portrayed by Sidney Smith. Jones by Bill Quinn. Steve Martin by King Calden. Tony Spar by Larry Haynes. Al Natchez by Joseph Julian. And Mona Manchester by Julie Stevens. Next week, Melvin Purvis Former ace agent of the FBI, the man who got Dillinger, will give you another report based on inside facts.
The case of the New York Rendezvous.
Join us next week at the same time with Melvin Purvis when you'll hear
Top Secrets of the FBI.
From the files of the FBI.